Hello people, youtube.com/DevonClutch, and welcome back to my channel. Alrighty, so today's video is going to be a little different, and by the way, sorry if I'm talking a little quiet. I'm filming this really late at night, but anyway, today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing a story time video, or something like that. But one thing before I start is, this story is very real. Like, I'm not going to make any of this up, and if you think of it otherwise as a fake, leave it down in the comments. I want to hear your opinion. But without further ado, let's get started. So today's storytime video, or my first storytime video, is going to be about my first experience with a ghost. Now, I've had a lot of experiences like this. Well, not like the time I'm going to tell you, but I've had a lot of experiences with something. If you don't believe in ghosts, then you can call it something, but I'll call it ghost spirits. Blah. So, this first experience, well, not first experience, but one of the scariest experiences I've ever had was when I was really, really young. Not like really, really young, but I was pretty young, and I had this friend. I'm not going to say any real names, so we'll call him Billy. Now, Billy had just moved into a house relatively close to mine. Not like right next to each other, but relatively close. Like, up the road. Not really up the road, but anyway, Billy had moved into this house. And Billy and I were really good friends at the time. And, I was like, well, I want to come see your new house, Billy. And I went over there, and I was like, why don't I spend the night? Because I've never spent the night at that house before. Yeah. So I spent the night at that house, and I was young. Let me reiterate that. But I was smart enough to know that I wasn't imagining things. So that night, I was in the room where I slept. Not really slept. But it was super dark. Like, no light. The only light was coming through from the window. And my eyes were focused on the door in the hallway. Well, the door in the room leading out to the hallway. And it was pitch black. Like, no light. You couldn't see anything. But anyway, I was laying there for a little bit, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. He has a pretty cool house. Like, Billy's house is pretty cool. And then I looked out into the hallway, and I was just, like, I couldn't stop staring away. And I know it could have been sleep paralysis or something like that, but it wasn't. Trust me. And I looked out into the hallway, and I swear on whatever God you believe in, something was saying my name. Like, clear as day, someone was saying my name. I don't know who. It's weird. Billy's house was not working out, girl. But anyway, I could hear someone calling my name, and it wasn't like Devon. It was like Devon. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god. And so I woke up, and I woke up Billy's parents, and was like, girl, I gotta go home. This place is not cute. We gotta go. So it was like, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And I was like, girl, I gotta go. So I went home, and that was that. But I didn't learn from my mistake, and I went back to Billy's house. Now, this time, I did not stay the night at Billy's house. But I went to Billy's house because Billy and I were still friends. Billy. But it was pretty snowy. It was like winter months. But I went to Billy's house, and this is Billy's house with the whole Devon hallway thing. But they have a barn at their house. I don't know what they use it for. If they use it, I don't know. But I was standing in front of the barn, like my back facing towards the barn door. I was just standing there, like looking off into the distance, all hipster-like. But I turned around for a split second, and there was someone standing next to me. Now, it wasn't, like, clear, like I turned around and I was like, and then he was just like, hey girl. But it was just like a flicker. Like I turned, I saw a figure, like a human figure, and then it just like, boop, disappeared. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeet. I was freaking out. I was like, Billy, did you just see that? And he was like, no. And he was like, what's the matter? I was like, Billy, we've got to get out of here. We've got to go. There is a ghost. We've got to go. And Billy, being the kid he was picking on me for it. I was like, Billy, I am not joking around here. Like, we've got to go. But we were kids, and kids will be kids. But, yes. So now, me thinking, I know the whole barn thing that was real, that happened. But I was actually just thinking about these stories a couple weeks ago. And I always thought the hallway thing was just me imagining things like, oh.